now, I'm Huples Cat. I'm here to do the June Apocabox Plus unboxing. I would have done the April one as well, but I never got it. And they're not talking to me about that. So I'm going to try again today to contact Creek Stewart about where my missing April Apocabox Plus is. So I like to be challenged with bushcrafting skills. I like to have things that I wouldn't have bought or thought about given to me. This box doesn't do that. Okay, it's Gerber, but it's made in China. That's what it's supposed to do. I'm going to leave this because I've got lots of hand saws, so I don't need to open this to use it. Because of it being like this, I have some doubts about how pleasant it will be to use, but it's a saw, it's a backup. What or? A patch with sort of Velcro on it. For $8 American. Yeah, I will not be joining the club. If you like patches, you could join this club. The Carabiner multi-tool. This apparently has 20 separate uses. I'm not a fan of this type of a product. Have a tool that works. If it does 2 or 3 things, that's good. This is not great as a pry bar or as a bottle opener or whatever it's supposed to be. This is a product that's shoving too much stuff into too small a place. It's compromised. It's better than nothing, but really, I'm not sure I want to trust my life to something like this. So this spins around and then you have screwdrivers. I can tell you right now, this would be a real pain in the ass to use. I'm interested to think about why I'm getting yet another journal. This one seems to be aimed at children, which may be the new market for Apocaboxes, I don't know. This is the Ultimate Adventure Logbook. It details trips, etc. There's one major fault with it. Belongs to, and then you have all of this information, trip title, when, blah, 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 and that's it. You get 4 pages for each trip. Now I'm going to use this to record details about the houses around me in my area to give me ideas about what to do and not to do in the event of SHTF. I've been looking and thinking about something like that for a while, and it would have been map based, but this actually works better for me by making it street number based. Oh, and what was the big problem with it? Oh, say, can you see Canada here at all? Yeah, America, you're between Canada and Mexico. Stop being so insular, honestly. Travel outside your own country and learn things about the world. This is an interesting item. I'm not actually upset that I got this. This is yet another knife. I'm getting a lot of knives. Somewhat upset I didn't get it in pink because I could have given it to Kitty as a Christmas present. It's a rubberized plastic handle. Feels quite firm. It's very thin and it actually works well. If you keep it inside of this, it's not going to rattle around, but it's not going to rattle around anyway. And it opens easily and it is sharp. And I quite like this. It's a folder. It's nice to have a decent folder. My bushcrafting folder that I always use is the Bear Grylls one. Someday that will die. And when it does, I might use this. You have a press on here to close it. Which isn't one-handable use, but I kind of like this for an everyday folder. And inside the tube, it doesn't rattle around. A rechargeable flashlight. It's made in China and it has lead in it, so if I was pregnant, this might cause birth defects. But only apparently in the state of California. I will open this up and I'll charge it, and we'll see if it works. It's a standard USB connection. The flashlight does not come with a wall adapter, just be aware of that. Very, very lightweight. I'd be quite surprised this works well. But we will find out later on tonight. And it does have an indicator on it to tell me if it is charging. So I'm just out here, and it is as dark as it looks on camera tonight because there's no moon. And this little flashlight that weighs almost nothing absolutely is very effective. So the only real question would be how long it would last for. And it turns out there's 3 settings, isn't there? That's a lighter setting. It doesn't look very good on camera, but it's pretty decent. And there's also an emergency setting. Better turn that off in case Wolfie has a stroke. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. So Creek Stewart added not 1, but 2 folding blades. Keep getting a lot of folding blades. I have a lot of folding blades now. This is a wooden handled one and it's quite pleasant to hold. Okay, so it has this on here to stop it opening by mistake, so you have to turn that there. Then you have to find a very, very fiddly piece on here to pull it out. This would not be suitable for a child or somebody with issues. It's not very sharp, which is unusual for a creek blade. So I'd have to sharpen it. It's quite lightweight, fits quite well in my hand. It's not very big, and this is kind of the problem. You'd have this. So what you have to know is that you have to re-tighten this or it's going to fall down. I guess thanks to Apocabox I'm collecting folders. So last but not least in the basic Apocabox is this. This is a multifunctional camp trowel. The web strapping on the back does not mean it would go easily on a belt, which is kind of irritating. It would be nice to have one this way as well, so you could put a one here so you could actually put it on a belt, but that's not what we have. We have the strap there, so it would go like this. It opens easily enough and you pull it out, and unnecessary plastic wrap, and you have a paracord handle which makes this much easier to use than without it, because this is just a chunk of metal. And again, you can actually put this on a pole if you wanted to, and you have a multifunctional trowel for the garden or for pooping in the wilds. I'm not a huge fan of multifunctional stuff, but what I do like about this is the measuring scale, because that'll help you identify fungus and seeds to some degree. Not sure about this type of stuff in the end of the blade. I think it will impair the function of it. I don't know. I have a lot of tools like this, so again, this is going to be stored up for the apocalypse. I don't think it's satisfactory, but if you actually put this in like that, you can actually use this on your waist pack. I don't think it's satisfactory at all. I would have liked a strap there, and if I was handy, I'd make my own. Now the skills challenge for June Apocabox is taking this paracord, wrapping it on top of this one for a quick release, and there's a video on it.
All right, Apocabosses, let's take a look at a quick deployment paracord handle wrap.
I have switched all of my cordage needs to twine, and this is why. These things aren't very good, and it's also plastic, and they may have tensile strength, but there's problems as soon as you cut paracord. You have to burn it off to make it sealed. Now, being somewhat insane, I get the Apocabox Plus, and what was my plus item this month? It's this, a chopper. The Jungle Boss brush knife. It's heavy. You can hang it up on the wall. There is no way to carry it particularly, other than in your hand. And like I say, it's really heavy. Nice flat area here so you could actually hammer things down with it. Okay, it claims to be a decent brush axe. Let's go and find out if it is. This is the sheath. Not too sharp. Got some sort of character written on it, Chinese. Now this is my version of a tropical jungle in Canada in July, and I've lawn mowed through a path through, so let's see if this works. Chopper! Handles sumacs very well. Let's see about other stuff. A weed. Highly effective. Ferns. Highly effective. Let's try some tree material. No, bark's not going to work. And for stuff at this height, this is way more effective than a machete. Yeah, pleased with this. Thank you, Creek. I'm enjoying this. So what do you think? What's the best item in this pack? What's the worst one? Let me know in the comments. I actually like this tool. I'm glad I've got it. Would have liked the sheath. Worst item for me is going to be this multi-tool carabiner. I don't really have a place for them. Carry proper tools that you can use. This is going to be fiddly as all get out. It's going to break easily, and it's better than nothing, but try and carry a decent tool set, not something like this. Overall, June Apocabox Plus, I'm going to rate it B. I think that's fairly generous, and if I don't get the April one, I'm going to seriously consider cancelling all my subscriptions to Apocabox, because let's face it, if you send stuff out in a cheap white box to Canada from America, it may not make it to Canada. Toodles! This has been a 2024 Wolfie Terrier production.